welcome to Dance and Democracy Season 24. Lazy, entitled, engaged, or indifferent? How would you describe today's young voters? We asked some youngsters in Delhi NCR on why the most vocal bloc in social media is not interested in showing up at a polling booth.
मुझे नहीं लगता इतना इम्पोर्टेंट है क्योंकि मेरी चीजें तो हो रही है ना सरकार के बिना.
No, I don't see a particular candidate that I would like to vote for. क्योंकि सब किसी पास टाइम नहीं रहता है.
Because of my tight schedule.
Like जो मेरा वोट पड़ता है वो मेरे गांव में पड़ता है. We live very far from there, and I have my exams going on recently, so I'm not able to go there do voting. मैं जेवर के पास गौतम बुद्ध नगर के पास नीम का गांव पड़ता है वहाँ से.
Are youngsters interested in voting, or do they simply not care? According to a survey by CSDS, a majority of the youth, most of them first-time voters, said they did not register to vote because they did not have the time for it.
आपको पॉलिटिक्स में इंटरेस्ट है?
Mildly.
I'm not really interested in politics.
नहीं इतना भी नहीं है.
हमारे दोस्तों में तो ज़्यादा बीजेपी के है, लेकिन ये है कि मेरे मौसा वगैरह वो पहले से कांग्रेस में रह चुके हैं. मेरे नाना भी कांग्रेस के पार्टी मेंबर थे, सो उनके सामने मैं कभी ये बोल नहीं सकता क्योंकि वो मुझे गाली देंगे.
अगर ऐसा हुआ तो हम मजाक में ले जाते कि ठीक है हमें क्या करना है यार, छोड़ना सरकार पे छोड़ देते हैं.
According to data estimated as per India's 2011 census, less than 40% of eligible first-time voters have registered for the 2024 elections across the country. The lowest rates of enrollment are in Delhi, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh.
मैं आलसी बहुत हूँ वैसे तो, और मतलब साइबर कैफे जाने का मन नहीं करता. फिर अगर जाऊँगा तो वो बोलेगा फिर से अप्लाई कर.
कि बनने दिया था मैंने, तो मतलब बन के नहीं है अभी तक.
According to the CSDS survey, 91% of the youth feel that politics is not something that only older people should be involved in, but they also must be a part of it. So this lack of participation, can it be simply attributed to disinterested youth, or is there more to it? We delve deeper and ask Delhi students why they feel disconnected with politics.
The candidates that we are getting right now are not that much capable, but we are getting representatives or so old age, and they are not understanding our problems, what we are facing right now.
As a student, I can relate more on my education basis. The scholarship they can provide.
There's a lot of confusion that comes up with how the government works, the policies and everything. We don't really talk about the issues that are important to us. They talk about the issues that are more important to probably the generation above us.
People are more focused on getting careers and marks in schools and colleges rather than going out to vote because they feel like it doesn't make much of a difference because there's so much corruption in India.
This took us to another question. What should the government do to encourage young voters' participation in politics and voting?
More than the issues or topics that I say, I think it's important for the government to not only come up with it, but also address the youth of the nation.
The politicians focus more on education and development in general, then maybe students will go out and vote. It won't make a difference if they vote or not, if the political parties won't talk about serious stuff that are actually impacting our lives.
Abhijit Ghosh will tell you about the verse that was written in praise of Amitabh Bachchan when he won his first election in 1984.
In the 1984 Lok Sabha elections, Amitabh Bachchan caused a major upset in Allahabad. He defeated Himati Nandan Bahuguna and was a former Chief Minister of UP. It was a major political upset. So one of Bollywood's well-known lyricist and poet, Kapil Kumar, he wrote something called Gulchhadiyan, a kind of kasida, in praise of Amitabh's victory. So this is how the poem of praise that he wrote for Amitabh goes. जीत लिया अमिताभ ने मतपेटी का युद्ध, पुत्र इलाहाबाद का निकला सोना शुद्ध. निकला सोना शुद्ध, मिलावट वाला हारा, हेमवती नंदन को उत्तर मिला करारा. कहे कपिल समझाए, हाथ का साथ निभाया, नेता बनकर अभिनेता संसद में आया. Basically the poem means that Amitabh has won the battle of the ballot and the son of Allahabad is pure gold.
Did you know that there was a time when the Congress slogan was Gaya Bachcha Sabse Acha? Viramika Mukherjee tells us more.
Party symbols were introduced during India's first Lok Sabha election to reach out to the general public. especially people with limited literacy. India's biggest national parties, Congress and BJP, have changed their party symbols thrice ever since. From 1952 to 1969, Congress was represented by a pair of bullocks and a yoke. Indira Gandhi's faction came to be represented by the symbol of a cow with a calf, whereas the older Congress held on to the bullocks. It was in 1977 that Indira Gandhi introduced the current party symbol, the palm, for the very first time. When it comes to BJP, from 1951 to 1977, BJP, then known as the Bharatiya Jansangh, had an oil lamp as its party symbol. In 1977, the Janata Party Alliance was formed, which chose the symbol of a farmer with a plough. After 3 years, when the alliance dissolved, the newly formed BJP introduced the lotus as its party symbol.
Well, time now for the quiz of the day. Did you know that there are constituencies with the same name but are in different states? For example, Maharajganj is a constituency in both UP and Bihar. Can you give us 2 more such examples?
The election story of India is incomplete without the Times of India.
Every morning, our 51 editions
Not only provide most extensive coverage of elections,
they also discover an India that's unseen and unknown.